Hey guys, we're going to be upgrading the cooling in my Raspberry Pi 3B. I have this, uh, well, this cooling fan to install. There's also, it's acting like there's a bunch of other stuff in here, but I only ordered the fan, so I'd be really curious if there's heat sinks in here. I don't know how they would even fit all that in here. Let's see what's in here actually. There's the fan and the screws and none of this extra stuff. I was like, that's really weird. Anyway, so we're going to be installing this fan into my case, which the cutout is right here. That's where the fan's going to go. It's going to go as an intake. And then we also have in my lap here heat sinks. I think we'll be fancy and use, I really like the black ones. I think we're going to use the black ones, which I used to have black ones on it. These ones right here. These really suck. These ones. And also, I apparently used the wrong kind of tape or something, so the thermal transmission was really bad. Anyway, this feels better. This is smaller than my old one. Do I have to use a silver one? Or are these also smaller? What about these blue ones? Yeah, it's the same as this black one. Let me look at the listing and see what I'm supposed to technically use, and we'll make our decision based on that. Okay. Does it tell me? Let's see. Pi 3B. Okay. They're using the silver ones. And then the gold back. That's for the 3B Plus. However, functionally, I should be using the same ones as far as I know. So are they using this big one? Hold on. I mean, this is gonna be a lot better for cooling. How does it fit on there? Yeah, I think that's the way we gotta go. Then this one will go right on there. I believe this is the right one, but might actually be this one that I want to use. Are these the same size? Let's see what they're doing in the picture here. Okay, in the picture they're using that one that I have on there now. That one's useless for this project. This is the one they're using on the CPU, the silver. These are hard to get out. The silver one's the one they're using on the CPU in the picture for the 3B Plus. Like that. And then I also have a thing I need to put on the back, so we'll do that as well. But let's do these first. See if I can get the peel off of these. Should be pretty simple to get it off. I don't have fingernails at all, so we'll see how it goes. I hope I'm not pulling the whole thermal transfer stuff off. I just want the peel part to come off. Alright, I think I got it. Just need to get a grip. There we go. Yeah. Alright, that's clean. Okay. So do they have it on sideways? Let's see. Okay, they do have it on sideways, like this. I'm just going to copy how they applied it on the picture. Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to add some pressure. There, that heatsink is on. Let's do this little one. Alright. I peeled up a little bit of the thermal tape, but it's fine. This one's going to go in the same orientation right here. Oh, it's not quite straight. Let's try and straighten it out. How's that looking? That looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Alright, so heat sinks are on. They're pretty solid. Now I need to put one on this chip right here. I don't know if you can see that. But they say to use the copper colored ones of these. So like one of... These are different sizes, aren't they? No, they're the same. Yeah, like one of these. I think... Do they have the... Oh, they have the copper one on it. Let's try a copper one. Just had to make sure. This doesn't have the little raspberry on it, though. That's kind of sad. Okay, anyway. Let's try the copper heatsink for the memory, like they're doing in the picture. That is 1 gig of RAM right there on that chip. Doesn't really need cooling, but I actually like that I have the option, and I'm going to take advantage of that option, so. Okay, I peeled up a tiny bit of the tape on the edge, or the transfer material. That's okay, that'll be fine. Gonna put it right on there and straighten it out a little bit. And that'll do it. So that is applied. That simple. Now this little fan. How the hell did I break the little clip off the box? I didn't even notice I did that. Probably like wasn't even on there when I got it, honestly, with how it is. Let's see if I can fix it though. Oh yeah, that wasn't too bad. Alright, so these are for the fan. I got 6 little 4. Dang, I hate that I have to say this word. I have 4 nuts. And 4 screws for it. So let's see how this goes. These screws are very long. Like, oh, why do they have to be that long? For this little thin little fan? I guess it is kind of long. Alright. Does it have... Oh! It doesn't have the arrows, so I'm just gonna have to intuit that the air goes... Does it push towards the label? That's how computer fans usually do it, is it? The air would go this way. So the fan would go in like right... And it literally clips in. I don't think I even need the screws. No, it clips in and it's perfectly fitted. for this case, so I'm not even going to screw it in. Now, it would be better if I put it in a direction where the wire doesn't have to run around the whole thing. So I might replace it. Like, let's do it this way and then run the cables like this. I think that's the best option. Okay, I need to get it in there in the right spot. And it clips right in. I love this case, man. This case was my best investment on the Pi so far. These heat sinks might be my new one, though. Okay, so is there a positive and negative for this? Yes, there is. I believe positive is red. But I'm going to check again after I plug that in so I don't do it wrong. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. According to Google, I was right. So that's just going to go in like that. That little cubby is going to house the fan wires. These are the USBs for the front USB. I need to get these screws put away because I don't actually need them. Yes, so we're just going to install the Raspberry Pi back in here. It's lived in this case for such a long time. It's been in here like its whole life almost. And it's a Pi 3, so you know I've had it for a while. I'm going to get this back where it belongs, which is right here. We're going to plug everything in. This plug goes right here. This is our power and USB all in one. So it's power for the fan. And USB connections. These are basically just USB to USB. These migrate these side USBs to the front. That's all they do. And that's sitting in there just right, I believe. Let's check the plugs. That looks good. So then we're going to start putting these screws back in. The Pi itself takes 3 small Phillips screws. I have this little screwdriver. Put them in. Oop, I got it. Oh, I have to fix that one. Oh, it's supposed to have 4. I don't know why I only have 3. I guess I thought 3 was enough and just left it at that. I wish this was a magnetic tip. That would make my life a lot easier. But we'll get them in there. Alright, there's one. I don't know if one of these posts just doesn't take a screw or if I was just dumb and only did 3 of them for some reason when I originally installed this. Let's get that screw out of there. There we go. Yeah, they all take a screw. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't have the screw, so now it doesn't matter what I was thinking because I don't actually have the thing to put there. But I remember which ones I took out, which was this one. Alright, it's going in now. I just had to adjust the board slightly. I took out this one, and this one. So those are the ones I'm going to put back in. I think one of the case screws might actually go here. I could be crazy. I could be wrong. I think it does, though. And that would be why I don't put a screw in that one. We'll check. Yeah. Case screw goes there. That makes a lot of sense. See, I feel dumb now, but I'm not looking at the manual because I've done this before. So I kind of just know. So this is an intake fan now. It'll blow air up here. I'm hoping the air will exhaust out of here, which is the back of the case. Yeah, that should work out. Intake is on the bottom. The thing's raised up on these little feet, so it should be able to draw in some cool air. Let's see how it does. So we're going to put it in... Oop. Good thing my lap's there and I'm wearing a skirt so it didn't fall through my jeans or something. Alright, that corner is just about in. I'm not going to fully screw it in until I have the opposite corner in, so I can make sure everything's lined up good. Alright, that corner is in. That corner is in. Opposite corners now. That corner is in. And this corner is in. So now, my SuperPi case is fully working. Everything is in the right place. I need to put these feet back in it, because I don't think I'm going to need to open this up for any reason in the near future. Feet are in. That's a good grip. Yeah. I'm going to put this on the side because I don't need to access this USB or Ethernet for anything at the moment. So this goes this way. I'm just being stupid right now. Clips right on there. The SD card's on the opposite side. I need to get software for that. Alright, I'm back, everyone. So this is the Raspberry Pi imager, which we're going to download. And this lets you flash an image to the Raspberry Pi. I also want to download an OS, which I want to use... As you can see, I'm very prepared for this. I think I want to use Lakka. Lakka's always been good to me for my retro gaming purposes. And it's quite versatile. So I think Lakka's the way. Okay, so Lakka works on its latest nightly build. So that's what I'm using now. Clearly, I didn't do anything this time special to get the screen to show up. It just kind of turned on and there it was, which is kind of magical. I can't believe I'm saying that, but apparently it is. So that will be what we're using now. I don't mind using nightly builds, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Now let's see if it reboot's fine. Nightly is the way. The latest nightly is from May, so it's already like 2 months old, just about. Yeah, that's so much better. I don't know why it thinks this is a Sega Saturn gamepad, but it works, kind of. And I have my cores, which is not everything. It's not all the consoles. That's a little concerning. I don't have any consoles. I just have Yeah, of course you're not going to be able to download anything because I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, I do have my cores. They're all here. Thank God. So, I mean, obviously the big one to try would be N64 for my overheating. but I am curious. Let's see. Let's grab Swan Station. Apparently, I just already have them. Okay, that's good. So it's just a matter of setting everything up. Okay, that works for me. Let's connect to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to cut this part of the video out because I don't want you to see my network. Okay, I'm connected to the network now, and I will move on to my PC and Samba share. Haha, there it is. Let's see what the course folder has in it, because I'm pretty sure I have to put the BIOS in there later. No, they don't go in there. Okay, but this does have the core files, which it did not before for some reason. All right, let's make an NES folder. I was also missing icons. I was missing so much stuff. It's weird. Okay, 3D World Runner. All right. Hold on. All right, scan file. Yeah, okay, this is just working now. So I don't have a particular favorite here. I don't really care, as long as it runs and works how it's supposed to. Let's get some audio in here. How about that? That's weird that I don't hear the audio. I also... my controllers... Oh! This is not running at full speed, which is sad because this is NES. This is very slow. Let's restart. This emulator apparently sucks. That's really bad. It was running at like... it's low as hell, dude. That's horrible. I don't know why the display was mangled. Now it's weird still in a different way. We need this for now. Oh, it's rendering all funny. Why? 1080p. Thank you. Okay. That's a start. It's still fucked up on the side, so I'll have to restart this. I need to fix my inputs being weird. Yeah, it's doing the funny thing again. I don't know why it's called Sega Saturn USB Gamepad. That's not what this is. Anyway. Up, down, left, right. B, A, Y, X. Select, start, L, R. Okay, that fixed that. Yeah, the video just breaks when you change resolution, I guess. What did I want to do? I guess I just restart RetroArt. Oh, it's still being funny with the video res. Oh, that's not good. Why is it doing that? Maybe I have to restart the system. Everything's like shoved over to the side, and like when it first starts rendering, it's like rendering all weird. I don't know, man. I don't like it. Yeah, it's still rendering weird. Why? It was fine before. Up until I played a game. Oh. Well, the menu's actually good now. So I guess it's fixed. Everything looks good in here. I do want integer scaling. Synchronization. Yeah, that's fine. Quick. Quick usually works pretty good. Yeah, this is full speed. And it's integer scaled now. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to touch you, dude. Alright, we can do better than that. Yeah. Oh! Alright, not bad. We got to World 1, 2. I think stars are good. I think I want to pick up stars. I can't remember how it works. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure stars are hurting me for some reason. God, this music's so repetitive, isn't it? Okay. Hup, hup. Oh god, okay. I'm a lot happier with that performance. Whoa! I didn't know I could do that. I didn't even know this game had the anaglyph. Anaglyph 3D? That's so cool. Oh my god, this game is cooler than I thought it was. That's so sick. Alright, anyway. I need to play this on my 3D TV. And like just do the fake 3D. The TV mode 3D that my TV can do. Oh, I can change the colors with the L button. Nice. L and R just cycle through the color profiles. Virtual Console is so dim. I like this one. By the way, I did check my fan is spinning and pulling air, so that's all good. It's very quiet, so it's hard to tell unless you put your ear on it. But it is working. I didn't have to screw it in even though I can. a shortcut because I didn't set one up. So I gotta go press the reset button. But as you can see, I have Lakka actually working now, which makes me happy enough. That's what I wanted in the first place. It's kind of just good. Oh, sorry. I got distracted. I had to help someone do something. But we do have NES now. I do want to put an N64 game on here, so I'm probably going to put on... Smash Remix. Which I think my build that I have here is... maybe this current. So let's make a N64 folder on my Lakka. And then we're just gonna do a scan file. It's not done copying yet, so I'm not gonna run the scan just yet, but soon. There we go. That should have just worked, hopefully. And it didn't. Let's try that again. Do I just not have an N64 emulator? Hold on. No, I definitely do. I think I have to do a manual scan. Scan this directory, system name. There we go. Okay. I mostly just want to see. I want to run it in parallel. Parallel's a low-level emulator. Curious to see how this performs. Okay, it's slow as fuck. I kind of expected as much. Yeah, that's not playable. Stuff like this is why I have the Mister, because this sucks. Oh, well, one emulator doesn't work. Maybe another one will do better, but who knows? We'll see. I hate that. I just want to be like, okay, load the core, and it just works. The Mister is great for that. Anyway, I'm going to try Moopin 64 Plus next. But first, before I forget, hotkeys. I need to do menu toggle, start and select. Then we will just do a restart. I don't know if that'll actually apply, like save the thing. I think I have to do a reboot to save the config, unless I just manually do it. Which I always forget where that is. I think it's in... hold on. I think it's in... I don't know. Somewhere there's a way to save the config. Okay, so N64 just does not run on the Pi 3. Because this is bad. This is both cores. They just run like shit. This is actually worse than the other one, I think. Yeah, this is worse. Yep, that's just unplayable. That's good to know, but that's really sad. Okay, let's save my config before I restart. Glad I didn't move to a bigger SD card, because it doesn't make sense if I can't run stuff as demanding as the N64. Anyway, we do got everything working now, so I'm going to end this video. Bye-bye.